It's a little breezy out, but it's a beautiful day. It's April 7th. We're about 77 degrees, and I've got another project for the day. Last video, it got a little long, but this will probably do the same thing, unfortunately. But anyway. So, right here in the middle of that little hayfield, little 2-acre patch, and I think I'm going to throw some dry fertilizer on it, try to help it along, get a little healthier stand for a first cut maybe. I'm not going to throw it on real heavy, it's only going to be like, well, a couple 100 pounds, so 100 pound an acre. But might be too light, might be too much, I don't know, hell. I'm just kind of guessing on it. I'm just going to throw a little bit down on it, try to help things along. Anyway, that's going to be the project for the day. Fertilize this. I'll show what I'm using here in just in a second. As I, there again, usual. I take a shot, talk for a little bit, stop, take a shot, go again. So anyway, hang on. And here's what we're going to use to spread the dry fertilizer on with. We're going to use this old spreader. It is everything else it is an antique of sorts, but it's a Cyclone. Yeah, I can't even talk today either. Anyway, the Cyclone Cedar Company Incorporated, Urbana, Indiana. Who'd know? Anyway, of course, they got their slogan here. Cyclone is known wherever seed is sown. I'm sure they're well out of business by now, but I could be wrong on that. But anyway, it's an old galvanized box and a fan blade for throwing stuff around. It's got a cable drive. Cable drive here works off your power takeoff. Now, I've had to do a little rigging, so to speak, and put this plumber coupling on here, because this original coupling actually had it doesn't have any splines to hook on your PTO. So the original thing was you'd slip that coupling over your PTO shaft, and then it had a hole. Your PTO shaft had a hole in it. You'd put a little keeper pin through there, and then that would hook things up in the way you'd go. Just spread happy as can be. A little more history on it. This originally would just mount on the drawbar. This right here would mount in your drawbar hole on your drawbar of your tractor, and then they had rods that came from this mounting point here on each side. Would go to your tractor, mount your tractor somehow, and you could adjust. You would hold your seeder vertical, and you could adjust a little bit left or right to vary the pitch and throw of the material you was putting down with it. But those are all old and rotted and nasty looking. So anyway, I opted to modify this. As you can tell, I took a piece of, I think it's a 4-inch channel, cut one side off, put the holes in it, so I got my 3-point there. Got a drawbar that goes between the 3-point arms, and then I can hook onto the other, and away we go. Now I have, you can see it here very well or not, but inside here I have put slip plate or whatever you want to call it to help the cedar material go down the sides and at the bottom. Of course, to open up the chute in the bottom, it's just this lever right here, and you can adjust that. Got things so you can adjust the variation, how wide you open. You can see that or not. Anyway, just how the variation how wide you open that hole up for your feed rate of how much material feeds out onto the spinning fan blade, and away you go. So, that being said, hang on here a few minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over on the little 4600. The hayfield it's drying. It is a little damp in places, and the 4600 is a lot lighter tractor to run across the field with, so I'm going to use it to do the job. And even though I know a lot of you viewers would prefer to see the old Farmall 806 do it, that's why a lot of you come to this channel to see an 806, but that thing it's a big heavy beast for its the beast of its era, and I don't want to really track up the field real bad. I don't want to make any ruts. This here tractor will make, the lighter tractor thing will make near the footprint in the field to have to worry about holding water and whatever. But anyway, so that being said, hang on, let me get this thing hooked up, and I'll show you how it looks when it's hooked on the tractor, and we'll go from there. So just hang on, be right back. And now we're hooked up, YouTubers. You can tell I got the little Cyclone broadcast seeder hooked onto my 3-point on the lower arms. Got the third arm. I actually sucked it all the way in as short as it would go. And that way, I've got the seeder about drawbar height. It's a little below my drawbar height, but it's close. And it's got a slight angle upward. Go out this way so it flows out that way. So I can just slam it in the ground real quick. I'll just fan it out there and be fine. Let's see, what else can I not tell you about this thing? Oh, trivial fact. My neighbor actually got this out of a barn he was cleaning out that belongs to his daughter and son-in-law. And one of those deals where he just happened to have it on the trailer, and he got a hold of me and said, "Hey, I may have something on my trailer you might want." I'm like, "Well, what's that?" And here it is, a Cyclone seeder. Of course, everything was there and in function. I was shocked the son-in-law didn't use it for his small homestead hobby farm that he has, but yeah, he liked to throw this into the scrap pile for metal, and his father-in-law thought I could use it, and I ended up getting it. And that's a good thing about neighbors. Neighbors helping neighbors, that's a good thing, no matter what it is. In this case for me, broadcast seeder. I can put up a little tractor and go around and throw grass seed, fertilizer, and lime whatever down with if I want to, probably with it. But anyway, there's another couple minutes shot in the butt. So get this thing loaded up, and I'll show you what I'm blowing out on the. I'll throw it on the ground. And there's what I'm going to be throwing onto the ground. 18% nitrogen, 8% what's it, potash, and no, I'm wrong. It's 16, 8, 10, so it's 16% nitrogen and 8% phosphate and 10% potash is what we're going to throw on the ground here. It's actually a pasture mix. I just bought at the local farm supply store. Just something to throw on the ground to try to help it out. That's what I'm hoping this does. Yeah, I could run to the local fertilizer supply, but they're probably busy right now with all the big farm outfits, trying to get them ready to go, because already I'm seeing them old boys are they're spraying down post-emergent and spraying down, you know, they're jamming anhydrous in the ground already, like a lot of yous are, and starting to work ground a little bit. It's almost that dry here to do something with, and it's warm enough to do something with now, probably finally. So, you know, here we are, the 7th of April, and they're all getting antsy when they put seed in the ground. You know, right or wrong. Well, there you go. But anyway, let me get this thing out in the field. Make sure I'm set up about where I think I want to be, and then I'll give you a round or two of ride-along. I know you guys have been real good about giving me ride-alongs. You know, it's always neat to hear the tractors roll across the field, see the dirt being worked up behind them, or as some of you have shown, manure flying with your spreaders for that. But yeah, hang on, I'll get you hooked up here or something here in a few minutes. Well, just a flash here for you guys, but a few minutes for me. But hang on, we'll be right back. Okay, YouTubers, here we go, another little segment of this spreading fertilizer thing. I've got the tractor set to where I'm running about, all you guys that love gears and stuff, it's in B range, 4th gear, pardon the wind. So we move along pretty decent, and running about 1500 RPM, so it's really only throwing material about a foot, like a foot or two, a couple feet off to my left, off my left side, then about throwing material about a foot roughly off my right side of my tractor. So that's going to be about 9 to 10 foot spread. Now, of course, if you can see across the field or not, I don't know. You can see my tracks, and they might be a little wide. There's some skips or splits in there. Oh no, there's a little wide here. But whatever I have left over, I'm going to take and go in between the tracks and try to fill in this side over here, the little short rows. It's kind of a wet spot anyway, it needs a little more help, so I'll probably try to really dump heavier on it on the second round. But first pass is going to go over the whole field and get everything covered, and then go from there. I know a lot of you guys that do this stuff for a living are probably going, tell me I'm doing it wrong, but yeah, okay. I never claim to know exactly what the heck I'm doing. I just hobby. I'm faking as I go. But like I said earlier, a little bit of fertilizer I know will help it. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just get enough fertilizer on the ground to kind of help get the grasses bumped along. Yeah, there is a lot of clover. Got a lot of white clover coming in this year in places, so there's all kinds of nitrogen sucked in with that for the orchard and the rye grasses and timothy grass to try and come back with. That's in that seed package. It was in those seed bags of mix I threw on the ground a couple years ago. So yeah, I'm just trying to help things along a little bit. I imagine if I get the first cut down, I may take and go to the local fertilizer and have them do a better job putting fertilizer on. You know, that's cost of fertilizer. I usually charge, well, last year it was like $8 an acre to spread it, so, which that's fine when I'm working and busy, but right now I'm doing the COVID-19 self-quarantine, stay-at-home BS, and I don't like doing it, but that's, you know, wah. So what better I could do but I'll just do it myself this year. Hopefully it'll come along and do well. But yeah, hang on, I'll try to get you right along, so just hang in there. And there you go, YouTubers, here's your ride along. It's about 16 RPM, B range, 4th gear. Spot. That's how it's saying short couple, real short tractor with a big flat back, and flip that lever to close that gate and open it for spreading fertilizer. Just like that. As you can see there, I'm getting rid of a little angle. Property line kind of angles over here a little bit, so I kind of got an angle that straighten out a little bit, do a little overlap with fertilizer. Anyway, I'm into my longer rows now. And all that, so yeah, we'll just chug right along. I don't get in no big hurry and whatnot, you know. I'll just do my little thing here. A bit of fertilizer on the field, dry fertilizer. Oh, found out there's a different farmer doing the field to the north of me here. Met one of his hired hands yesterday. They're driving a ways. They're probably 45-ish miles from the field. I don't know where you guys draw your line at profit and loss on ground, but you know, they're driving a little ways to get to the field. The farmer that farmed this before, from their home farm to the field, was about 50 to 55 miles. Again, you guys know what you're doing, but I just don't understand sometimes. This is why I work in a factory and do this as a hobby. That's why I just do this as a hobby. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. But as I said before, I do enjoy operating the equipment. And if the benefits were better, I'd be doing this instead of working in a factory. But oh well. That's enough pissing, whining, moaning, and complaining. Let's just enjoy a little tractor ride and do our thing here, what we're doing. I think on this note, I'm going to let you go. You've got probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes just riding around this little field on a little tractor. So, on that note, I think I'm going to stop this video. And, as usual, thanks for watching. And please comment, rate, and subscribe. Those of you who have subscribed, thank you. I appreciate it. Glad you found the channel. Hope more of you do. I'll try to entertain you somehow. Anyway, take care. Stay safe.